Hello, this is the Radio Geek, and today for you I have a weather radio. This is the Midland WR-120 and this particular weather radio has the ability to use the same codes, which allows you to enter the counties that you want to get warnings from, as well as select what weather events you're interested in. Flip it over here on the back and we'll see what the features are. It says receive alerts only for your local area with specific area message encoding technology. That's what the same is. Convenient alarm clock and weather radio in one. Stay protected during power outages with battery backup, so it takes batteries as well. Alert override automatically switches from standby to emergency alerts. And you get the weather radio, an AC power adapter, and the owner's manual. So let's see what it looks like. I picked this radio up some time ago. It was a clearance radio, so I figured it'd be good for a little review. Alright, so we have the power cube. Alright, there we go. Feels pretty light. It's probably a little switch mode power supply in there. So its output is 9 volts DC at 300 milliamps. So there's the power cube. Let's get this out of its bubble wrap. And here on the bottom we have all the information here. It's a model number WR-120 EZ. So there you go. This is where the batteries would go. It looks like it takes 3 AA batteries. It has mounting brackets here for if you want to hang it on the wall, which is kind of nice. It's got little feet that'll kind of give it a little bit of an angle. That's nice. Rubber feet. On the back here we have the telescopic antenna. We have a RCA jack, it looks like, for external antenna. An alert. External alert. I think they sell a little flashing strobe that you can get and hang on the wall. It'll flash when the alarm goes off as well as an option. Power input here and a cloning port. So I suppose once you get all your alerts and counties and stuff in there, and if you have multiple radios like this, there's some provision for, you know, duplicating that on other models or other radios just like this. So let me get it plugged in and we will take a look at some of the features and listen to a little weather radio. Okay, I've opted just to put some batteries in it and run it that way. I've kind of had to make a little bit of adjustments on the camera angle and the radio, so hopefully you can see the display. If you hit the menu button, you've got different things that you can set. I've already disabled the beep so that when I push the keys it doesn't make the beep noise, but you can just say select to go into that mode, and then you can, you know, change the time, set the time, hit select, accept that, and then you can set events if you want to pick what event you want. Okay, then you have the different things that you can pick from: all off, all on, edit events, and then all default, which I think I'm just going to leave for right now. And there's the button press where you can change that so the beep doesn't work or works, whichever you want. You've got different backlight functions that you can use as well. You can backlight is on or off or normal. We'll leave it at normal. You can set the channel. You can pick your strongest channel for monitoring for events. So
3 knots and the temperature was
my
45
strong
degrees.
Select that. And alert test. This is loud. If you got headphones in, you might want to remove them. That was pretty loud. Alright, that's what it'll sound like when it goes off. And then you can have your alert types. You can select that. Voice, which the tone would go off, and then after a few seconds the radio would start playing whatever the announcement would be. Tone would be just a tone, and the display I believe is a flashing display. We'll just leave it at voice. And you can set your location. This is kind of neat. You can set single or multiple county locations. We'll just go for a single right now. And then I've already got it set for Kent County, Michigan, but you could change it to whatever you want if you want to set multiples as well. And you can use USA, and then you can go through the states and then pick your state and then pick your county. So it's kind of cool. You can set your language. You have English, Spanish, and French. I guess we'll stick with English. And you can set alarms. It also has a clock and alarm in it, so you can set it like an alarm clock. Now I don't know if it uses that same tone to wake you up as the weather alert. That would be kind of jolting, but I don't know. I'm probably not going to use it that way. And then back to set time. So yeah, it's a pretty easy radio to set up. The manual is pretty comprehensive. It shows you everything in there and how it works. I think it's nice that it has the counties. You know, where you can just select the county that you want, and you don't have to enter some of the same codes. Like they have these codes for every county. It's the same code, and some of these weather radios you have to enter that code, and so you have to go find that code. Like, you know, on the internet, the NOAA weather radio site, you can get all those codes for every county, but then you'd have to manually enter it in, the number. I think it's like a 10-digit number for the county, whereas this has all of them already stored in there. All the states are in there. You just pick your state, and then you pick the county that you want, and if you selected multiple, you could have multiple counties. You could have 3 or 4 or 5, 6 different counties that are around you that you want to monitor, or you can set it to any, and you just get any of the announcements. So this button here is your weather snooze button. This one will either allow you to listen to the weather radio, or if you had it set for the alarm, you know, just the regular alarm to wake you up, you hit that, would be your snooze. And it has the up and down volume over here. So if I want to listen to the weather.
Early Tuesday morning. Fair weather will return Tuesday with mostly sunny skies and temperatures in the mid to upper 60s expected. A few rain showers will be possible again Wednesday, and we will see a chance for thunderstorms late.
It only goes so low, you can't completely mute it, which I guess is a good thing.
In Grand Rapids, it was partly sunny. The temperature was 59 degrees, the dew point 37, and the relative humidity 44%.
So yeah, it's fairly easy to use, and it has lots of neat features. I really like that nice blue display. That's very nice. It does have on the side, I'll show you, it has a switch on the side, and it says weather radio on or off, and it says ensure that the switch is in the on position. That is so that it is monitoring for weather events. If you see this I don't know if you can see it. There's a flashing NOAA icon right there. It's right there flashing. That means it's looking for alerts. It's monitoring it. But if you flip the switch the other way in the off position, you notice that it's not flashing anymore, which means the weather radio is effectively off and it's not monitoring for any events. So you want to make sure that is on so you get alerted if something happens. So all in all, I think it's a really nice weather radio. If you don't have a weather radio, I really strongly advise that you get one. This particular model isn't too expensive. I think it's between $30 and $35 typically. You can get cheaper ones, which is fine. The main thing you want in a weather radio is you want the alert function. You want it to be listening for alerts when you're asleep, and if it picks one up, it turns the radio on, and you know there's, hey, a tornado coming or a thunderstorm coming. That's the important feature to have. Whether it does same codes, or you can pick the type of events or things like that, or the county selections, all that. That's just extra stuff. If you want it, that's fine. But at the very minimum, you want one that will alert you. There are other weather radios they're just weather radios. They just turn them on and you can listen to whatever the weather's forecast is that they're doing right then, and you turn it off and it's off. But it's not alerting you on anything. It's not listening for an emergency. So the alert function is what you want. And like I say, this one's, $30, $35, not too bad. I'm sure there are others out there as well, but this is a pretty well made one. It's pretty well laid out, and the user manual is pretty easy to follow. So if you're looking for one, this might be a good one to get here in the springtime when we have lots of thunderstorms and things like that. Anyway, this has been the Midland WR-120 EZ. Until next time, this is the Radio Geek.